Greetings all and welcome to another edition of The Hardest Word with me, your host, Brett DeHoot. The Hardest Word, in case you don't know, is the podcast where real people make real apologies from all across the globe. We've got a particularly powerful apology for you today. One of the great truths, I think, of getting older is that you tend to think about your parents more. At least that is the case for me and some of my friends. Hopefully, like me, when you think back to your parents, it's full of love and fond memories and warmth, along with the inevitable regrets and perhaps resentments. Cindy Pereira from New York has a lot of mixed emotions. She had a complex relationship with her parents, and later in her life, she made a remarkable discovery that sort of turned her understanding around. By that stage, however, it was too late. Cindy's recorded this really honest and somewhat, I dare say, heartbreaking apology to her father.
So when I was about 5 years old, I went to the door to say goodbye to Dad. And I didn't know why, but my mother slapped me across the face. And when I went to the window to try to wave, she knocked me down. She said, "He's leaving you, stupid. He's leaving us. Don't wave." Forevermore, I thought of him as a cruel, soulless person who would abandon me with someone who would slap me off a chair. But alas, that someone who slapped me off a chair took care of me for the next dozen years or so. So she came to be the one who stuck around, and in my mind, again, he was the soulless creature. So when I found him later in life, I wrote him, first I had written him some letters, and I told him he was a vile person who just was able to get up and go, find another family, and abandon me. And then when I met him, I told him to his face, "You left me there. You didn't love me. You never came to get me. I hate you." And he just looked at me and said, "I'm sorry." A few years later, I got married. I was only 22, and a few months after that, he was run over by a car. I didn't go to his funeral. Yeah. Well, when my mother died, a good, 15 years later, I had to clean out her house. And I found all the letters. I miss my daughter. I want custody of my daughter. Court letters. Letters to me that were not delivered. He loved me. Maybe he wasn't strong enough to love me the way he should have, but he loved me. And I am so sorry, Daddy. I am so sorry. I didn't know. And I'm so sorry that the wind got taken out of your sails. Not once, but twice, and certainly when your only daughter came to tell you you were a terrible person. That must have hurt. Now, Mom and Dad, you're both gone, and I'm just so sorry that I can't stand in front of you and tell you, whatever you feel about each other, love your kid and don't turn them against their parents.
If you have an apology you'd like to share with us, go to the website, thehardestwordpodcast.com. That's where you can also listen to all the previous episodes. Hopefully, though, you'll just subscribe and listen to it the way you listen to all of your podcasts. We also put together for Series 1 a best-of. People voted on their favourite apologies. We compiled the votes and put together the 5 favourite apologies from Series 1. That's on the website. You can download that as a podcast as well. We're on social media, of course. So, folks, thanks for listening. We'll be back soon with more episodes of The Hardest Word. I'm Brett DeHoot. Once again, on behalf of Brian Wallace, our audio director, and I, thanks for listening.